So if you are looking to get out of hookup culture, right? You're tired of it. You want a serious relationship. You've had your fun. And now you are looking for, again, something more serious, something more long-term, something more sustainable. Then here are the steps that you are going to take to get out of hookup culture. In case you guys don't know who I am, my name is Danny. I'm a love and self-esteem coach, and I work with gay and bisexual men on all matters of love and self-esteem. So what is the first thing that you want to do is you got to be clear on your reasoning, right? Why are you wanting to get out of the hookup cycle? Does it align with your core values anymore? The important thing here is to not shame yourself, right? So easy for us to shame ourselves with everything because of our experiences growing up and how we have experienced the world, right? Another thing here, and the second thing, is you got to set your intentions. The most important part is to set realistic and actionable intentions. The intention should align with your core values, something that I mentioned in one of my previous videos. So if you struggle with core values, it will make, if you struggle with core values, I've already made a video on core values and how to identify core values. So I would highly recommend going and checking out that video because I think it's going to be incredibly helpful for you. And it saves time on this video because I don't have to cover all of that in here. So go check out that video. The video is literally, the title is core values. The third thing here is you want to hold yourself accountable, right? When you finally decide to delete all the hookup apps, there's going to be a withdrawal period. And I know that sounds nuts because I'm making it sound like it's an addiction, but at the end of the day, if you've been in the cycle of hooking up for an extended period of time, you know the pattern and you know that it kind of resembles a pattern of addiction. There is that moment that comes of withdrawal or that itch to want to download it again on a lonely Sunday night, been there, done that. So I know what that feels like, which is why I am bringing it up. And again, like I said, I know that it sounds crazy, but it does become an addiction because you become addicted to that instant gratification, right? That element of the ease of sex and getting it when you want. For many of you, myself included, you become addicted to the validation and the overall challenge of it all. So when the urge comes up to re-download the app, take time to reflect on the feelings you are experiencing. This is going to be very, very important. What external stressors are contributing to the desire for that validation, for that attention, or for that release? This is the part most people brush off, but it is one of the most crucial in changing your mindset and your pattern of behavior. The fourth thing here is going to be consistency is key, right? Every time the urge comes up for you, you will need to fight it. And I know that that sounds exhausting, and I know that that sounds suppressive, and I know that that sounds like you are, and it might even be triggering for you, right? Because of your experience with suppression and repression. But what I'm talking about here is having a sense of, what's the word? Having a sense of discipline, right? And being able to say to yourself, this is not aligned with what my long-term goals are right now, and therefore it is not serving me, and so I will not give into it. It's going to be tiring. It's going to be exhausting, right? But it will help you to get out of that cycle of hooking up. But like I said, it's not going to be easy. Find a healthy distraction for those moments, but don't forget to prioritize self-reflection. Again, that's going to be incredibly important. So what are some examples of healthy distractions? You can exercise, you can journal, you can cook, you can clean, anything to get your mind off of it. I'll be honest with you, it'll probably take a minimum of around 30 days before you start to notice a difference in your urges. And I say 30 days because for most people, the initial deleting process is easy because you're determined in the beginning and you've made up your mind and you know what you want. But with time, it gets a little bit more difficult. It's when that determination starts to wear off that you run into those issues. The fifth thing here is you want to use your time wisely. you will realize how much extra time you have now that you aren't spending countless hours on hookup apps looking for your next fix. Make sure you are using that time wisely. I highly recommend spending some more time exploring things that make you happy, or things that you've been meaning to do but you've been putting off because of how much time you've been using on these hookup apps. This part of the process is what I consider the dating yourself process. And I know that you hear that a lot out there, and I know that you hear coaches and people who are giving love advice to date yourself, but realistically speaking, it's necessary. It's part of the process. It's part of you getting to know yourself, you being able to hold yourself accountable, you having respect for yourself, you prioritizing your emotional and your mental health, you prioritizing your goals, and making sure that you are remaining disciplined enough to remain aligned with those goals, and getting to rediscover yourself, right? The process of hooking up for some people can take up a lot of your time. For some people, not so much, right? It's just something that they have, and whenever they feel like they want to use it, they pull it up and they do. It's not affecting their day-to-day life. But if you are somebody where it is affecting your day-to-day life, it is affecting your ability to have a long-term, healthy, sustainable relationship, you are finding that it is affecting your mental, your emotional, physical, and spiritual health, then these are some things that you can start to do right now to help you get out of that pattern. I hope you find this video to be helpful. Let me know what you think. Let me know your experiences. Let me know if you're trying to get out of it or if you love hooking up. Whatever the case may be, I love to hear from you, because at the end of the day, it's all about connection. It's all about sharing our stories, because that is what it is all about. Please make sure you are subscribing and liking if you like the content. And the only thing that I ask, like I say in all of my videos, is that you like my other site and subscribe to my other social media platforms. I will provide you with all the information in the description down below. Hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.